As a corollary to question 2, let's now go to the other side of the coin with the Packers. Bill Simmons famously coined the phrase Ewing theory when Patrick Ewing got hurt and the Knicks went on a deep playoff run without him. Are the Packers a Ewing theory candidate? Is it possible they will be so out to prove they didn't need Aaron Rodgers that they are undervalued in the markets? Is it possible that Love makes a leap that many aren't necessarily expecting? Would you be shocked, Michael, if Green Bay makes the playoffs this year?
Be really shocked. I think they're too young, Mike. I think you can't be too old and too young. Now, it's interesting. Aaron Rodgers gave Jordan Love a big love affair. I mean, he said, hey, the kid's really improved his release. He's worked hard. But at the end of the day, he's young. He hasn't played. It's hard to win with a young quarterback. Christian Watson's a young receiver. Romeo Doubs is a young receiver. If they draft a receiver, this is a young team. And they're not great on defense. We've seen them. And we also got to add they had a hard time with LaFleur last year with Rodgers. So, they're not sitting there with an elite coach that manages the entire game.
Or a special teams that's at all competitive.
Well, yeah. The only thing they did in this kicking game was they signed that kid from Stormy, the XFL, the Nixon kid to return kicks incredibly.
All right, let's do a speed round, Michael. Again, these are short answers, yes or no, basically. If you want to take 10 seconds to justify your answer, that's fine. Question 1, yes or no, Lamar Jackson starts week 1 for the Ravens?
Yes.
Ooh.
Ryan Tannehill starts week 1 for the Titans?
Yes.
The Texans acquire Mac Jones in the next 72 hours?
No.
A current or past all-pro player will get traded tonight?
Yes.
Very good. Now, you've had a successful career as a general manager, and I think most would agree the draft is more of an art than a science.
Yeah.
Tell me, who is the player that you were most mistaken on, either from a perspective that you didn't think he'd be a successful pro and he was, or you thought he would be very successful and he wasn't?
Well, one of the ones, Kyle Brady, we thought he would be a really good tight end, and he didn't turn out to be that. He kind of was just more of a journeyman, a blocker on the line. Why? I think that was a guy that, you did. I think Brett Favre was another guy. You saw him coming out. And one of the biggest mistakes of my career has been we really didn't evaluate the quarterbacks on the roster. We had a chance to draft Roethlisberger, but we had Rich Gannon. And Al didn't want to take a young quarterback. We're in Cleveland, and we had Bernie Kosar. We didn't really spend enough time on Browning Nagel and Brett Favre that year. And so that, to me, as you look back on your career, I think that's where John Snyder, when he wanted to take Patrick Mahomes, I think that's part of it. And I think you got to spend way more time on the quarterbacks.
And then also you got some bad information on Warren Sapp,
yeah, that
right?
that was one that really hurt us, because when Brady went before us, that was okay. Johnny Mitchell and Brady were the two tight ends in that draft, and they went before us. We could have easily picked Sapp, but the owner had information from the league office that was not good. Sapp actually texted me the other day, said, can you find out where and I can't. I said, call Charlie Jackson if he's still alive. I have no idea. And then that pick, we ended up moving the team, but that 3 technique is, because here's the thing. This is what makes it so ironic. The year that we had the second pick in the draft, we picked Eric Turner. Russell Maryland was the first pick. When we went down to do Sapp, everybody said, now, just so you're aware, this is not even close between Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp. Just be aware of that. All the Miami people made that very clear. And then we walked.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.